Hi there, and welcome to the Subscribers Daily Forecast. This is a daily reading for those of you who have subscribed to the channel. So if you have not already, please do so I can pick up on your energy. We're looking at the day of the 23rd of January. So I have shuffled your deck, pulled your cards. Energy of the day is the 10 of Wands. So I feel like you're going to have a lot going on today. It looks like maybe you will have a lot of irons in the fire. You could be just feeling so overextended. And I feel like that's because there's a few things. You could either be the kind of person where you have the attitude of like, I will just do it myself, right? Because I like things done a specific way. You could also be the kind of person who has like specialty skills. And so there's certain jobs that it just makes more sense for you to do, or that you're the only person that can do. I do feel like you're working really hard towards a big goal, right? What I'll caution you about is every big goal, if you could break it down into like smaller steps, because it feels like for some reason the energy of today is like very frantic. It's like I have to get everything done by this timeline. And I don't want you guys to get burnt out, right? Because this Queen of Wands energy is just very like energetic, very enthusiastic. But with the 10 of Wands and then the 7 of Cups being kind of how that's going to affect you, I feel like you could be a bit scattered and taking on too much at one time, right? Perhaps you are like a parent and you have a bunch of kids and you're trying to get them everywhere they need to go. Or you could just have like a lot between work and home and school or whatever. But I really would advise you today to perhaps, if you can, figure out what is most important and do that first, right? Also, take a look at some of the smaller things that it feels like are on your plate and see if you could perhaps delegate them to other people, because your advice is the Three of Pentacles. And it feels like there's some things that you're stressing about that you actually could be getting help with from someone else, right? Maybe it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe if it could just get done, that's better, because that would free you up a little bit. I'm seeing the risk of you getting super tired, kind of burnt out, and feeling a little bit upset with the people in your life today because they're not coming to your aid, right? But sometimes people really do need to be told, like, hey, I have a lot going on. It would be really great if you could do XYZ, right? So perhaps ask yourself, like, before you get frustrated with people, have I made my needs clear? Am I telling people what I need from them and they're not doing it so that I'm mad? Or am I choosing to do everything on my own? And then I feel super overwhelmed and frustrated, right? And I'm looking at everybody around me like, you guys are so lazy, right? There's also an energy of perhaps feeling overwhelmed already and then having a tendency to like procrastinate or overanalyze how to get started in what you're trying to accomplish. And again, I think that goes back to having some very big goals and perhaps needing to like break them down into smaller steps so that you can focus on like, okay, first I need to do this because this is absolutely going to change my life or better my situation. These other things can wait, right? Like really take the time to kind of plan it out, but also be mindful of the fact that you have options, because this kind of looks like you might feel backed into a corner when in reality you're not, okay? You do have help, but if you hold on to your ideas of like how things have to look rather than just getting them done, you will feel as though you don't have help within these situations because you're not going to allow people to help you. You get what I'm saying? All right, so your daily lesson is see God in all things. It says, put yourself in slow motion and observe everything and everyone through the lens of this is sacred and it speaks to me. How does that change your environment? Your goal is to learn the spiritual practice of seeing God in all things. Your affirmation for the day is I strive for progress, not perfection. And you can meditate or journal on the question, in which area of my life have I made progress in the last few months? Why is progress better than perfection? All right, guys, this has been your daily reading for Monday, the 23rd. I will see all of you tomorrow, and you have an amazing day. Bye.